Hi guys, Kim here. Quick video because I've gotten this question a lot. What is dirty keto? And while it might sound intriguing to some of you, you know who you are, let's explain. So sometimes you'll hear these terms in Facebook groups or online saying things like, I'm dirty keto or I'm lazy keto. And what does that even mean? And clean keto, right? So that tends to be not four, the three things that we hear people talk about in this context. So let's just dive right in. Dirty keto. What is dirty keto? Well, dirty keto is a term that people use to mean I don't care what the ingredients are as long as it fits my macros. And you'll also hear a term called IIFYM, if it fits your macros. They're basically the same thing. What it means is this person is not reading the ingredients. So if they get a packaged product, all they care about are what are the macros. They don't care if there's maltodextrin in there. They don't care if there's sucrose in there. They don't care if there's dextrose in there. They don't care if there's wheat. So there's this kind of list of ingredients that clean keto people avoid for the most part, right? So what is clean keto? It's sort of the opposite, dirty clean, right? Don't go to the good and the bad, people, because sometimes people be like, well, dirty keto is bad and clean keto is good, and like, let's not moralize here. But these are terms. Okay, so I digress. So clean keto is doing a ketogenic diet with a focus, not simply on the macros, but on the quality of the foods you're eating and the quality of the ingredients in that food. So you've got dirty keto, which is I don't care what's in it as long as the macros are okay. You've got clean keto, where generally speaking, clean keto means I care about the macros and the ingredients. And then you've got lazy keto. Lazy keto basically simply means I cannot be bothered to track like a crazy person. So some people find they get a little obsessive about tracking and they get really into the numbers. And then other people are like, look, it makes me cray when I have to be like, are there 2.2 grams of carbohydrates in that or 2.4 or carry the one? You know, some people, it just drives them nuts. And so lazy keto simply means they keep a loose track of carb number, right? I mean, you kind of have to at least have some general idea of how many carbs you're eating if you're going to be keto. But lazy keto simply means they have a general idea that they're keeping the carbs low enough, but other than that, they're really not paying much attention to the macros part of it. Now, you can be ingredient focused, but still lazy. I don't even like the term lazy. I'm using the terms that are out there, people. So you might be somebody who's like, no, I don't eat funky ingredients, but I also don't really track. So saying you're lazy isn't the same thing as saying you're dirty. Wow, it's so judgmental, this talk. But those are sort of the categories. Now, obviously, I have an opinion. I have an opinion about everything. And that would be that for me, keto is really about optimizing your health and your hormonal system and your body's reaction and, you know, all of that stuff, which means I'm going to want you to care. I want you to care. I want you to care about the ingredients. Does that mean like you should be obsessive compulsive about it? And when you go out to eat, you won't eat anything because you're too worried what it might have in. No, I'm talking about most of the time. Use your best judgment, live your life, but also, you know, if you're buying something at the store, look at the ingredients. What's in it? Are these things that you should be consuming? Perhaps put it back if not, right? Look at the macros on a food. Should I be consuming? Is this a good general idea for, you know, will I be able to use this in my life in a way that's going to be sane and healthy for me? You know, you have to, in my opinion, you have to ask yourself these questions. Does that mean you have to track for the rest of your life every microgram of every? No. Like, you're going to find a happy, healthy, sane way to do it because, quite honestly, we eat the same meals over and over again, don't we? Like we get into these patterns and you're like, if I ate this meal for lunch for the past 3 weeks and the macros were right for still going to be right even if you don't put it in your tracker, right? You get muscle memory, you learn how to do things. But I do really suggest that you pay attention to things at the beginning so that you can learn, right? It's a journey, we're learning. That being said, if tracking makes you feel nutty and it like awakens the dieter within, that's the book Tony Robbins should never write. You want to not do that. So knowing your personality, knowing how you respond to things, I think is super important. But so from here out, at least hopefully now you know what people are talking about when they say dirty keto, lazy keto, and clean keto. See you around.